Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Elusive Target Arcade. And today's arcade, the Bombastic. Free level arcade as usual, starting off in Sapienza with the bad boy Bartholomew. And our stipulation for this arcade is all our targets have to be eliminated via an explosion. So for level 1 we will be starting at the city gates, and the only items we need to be bringing with us will be a silenced pistol and some coins. Everything else will be available on the map. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to get to the rear of the town hall, which is where the ice cream parlor is, which is also where our target is currently located. Now, he doesn't really move unless we do some manipulations out on the film set, namely disabling the set lights. We're not going to bother with that. We're going to try and do this a slightly quicker way, although I don't know if it is any quicker or not. So once we get around to the rear of the town hall, we're going to climb up the drain pipe to the second floor, scoot along the ledge, duck in through the window and through the offices and out onto the stairwell where there is a camera just to our right. So we're going to hug the wall on our left here, move into the corner, select our silenced pistol and take out the camera. We're then going to go up to the next floor and out onto the balcony, and then duck back in through the window here into the building. While we're here, we'll take out the surveillance system, but the reason we're here is to open this door from the inside because it is locked from the outside. So we now have access to that room. We are going to make our way back down to the first floor, which is the floor with the crate just outside the door here. We're going to select our coins, open the door to the ice cream parlor and throw one of our coins into the opposite corner there. That should get the attention of the bad boy's agent, and when she comes to investigate, we can close the door behind her, render her unconscious. We're going to drag her up the stairs into the office area, and that will be her out of our way. Now we're going to have to, like I said, remove a few people before we can get to our target, as he is surrounded by people in that ice cream parlor area. So once the agent has been removed safely, we can return to the ice cream parlor and repeat the same trick, and this time we should get ourselves the kitchen assistant. So just as we did before, close the door behind him, render him unconscious, and then drag him to the office on the floor above. It's just in case anyone decides to panic when we set off the explosion, they don't come running all the way up here onto the stairwell and discover two unconscious bodies. So I've took his outfit as well. You do not need to do that. I just felt like taking an outfit that meant that I wasn't trespassing while I was in here. So once we have both of those people unconscious and stored up, we're going to make our way down to the ground floor, press ourselves up against the door leading to the courtyard or the plaza, and we're going to throw one of our coins into the room. That should attract the attention of a guard on duty just outside, and when he comes in to investigate, we can then render him unconscious from around the corner. We're going to take his outfit, because it's his outfit we do actually want, and retrieve my coins. They may come in handy still yet. And we're going to hide the guard in the crate provided and take his outfit. Once we have that done, we can now make our way out into the movie studio area, and just at the foot of the stone stairs we will find a couple of propane cylinders. We're going to grab one of them and make our way through the basement of the building and up towards the ice cream parlour via the back stairs here. We're going to remain on the stairwell and throw the propane cylinder into the ice cream parlour, and then quickly drop 1 coin just by the top step. We're then going to hug the wall here and hold the door open, and when one of the bad boys' entourage comes round to investigate, he will not find anything, and when he turns away, he will then spot that coin. And when he comes in to take that coin, we are going to close the door behind him and then render him unconscious. So that's 1 more person dealt with. We're going to hide his body down in one of the chest freezers in the basement, of which there are many. So we just dump him in the nearest one and return to the ice cream parlour. Now this time round we are going to open the door and throw a coin against the small wall you can see there, just by where the propane cylinder is. Now that will attract the attention of our target, the bad boy. So we are going to select our silenced pistol, open the door again, although I've opened it a little too early, it's going to close on me. So we're going to open the door when he arrives and shoot the propane cylinder.
The money has been wired to your account.
So all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the available nearest exit is in the old town area. So we're going to exit via the back of the town hall and hug the right hand wall all the way around to avoid the enforcer, and then out of the city gates. So there we go, level 1 taken care of. A relatively easy one, but a bit time consuming having to knock a load of people out. So moving on to level 2, and we have the sensor set in Whittleton Creek, and again he must be eliminated with an explosion kill. So quite an easy one this, so we don't need to bring anything with us except for a silenced pistol. Everything else will be available to us on the map for this one, and we don't really have to do much either. So right from the start and off the bat once again, we are going to run to the Wilson's house, and that is the couple having the garden party, the house of welcoming or house of warming party, as they've just moved in. Now we're going to go into the garden on the far side of the house and straight into the garden area. Now be aware that Mrs. Wilson is an enforcer even to us in our suit, so do be aware of her as she wanders around in the garden area. We're going to make our way right to the corner of the garden, vault over the fence into the opposite garden, where we will find a barbecue which has a propane cylinder. And once we have that propane cylinder, we are going to retrace our steps back over to the Wilson's garden, and just over by the globe statue here, we're going to place the propane cylinder just in the flower bed there next to the purple flowers. Try and avoid Mrs. Wilson's gaze. Once she has looked away, we're going to make our way into the house and up to the spare bedroom area. And up here, all we have to do is await the target to arrive. Now he is moving around the lower floor of the house and the garden area, engaging people in conversation, but eventually he will come over and stand right by that statue, the globe statue, and as he's approaching, we're going to take a couple of shots at it.
The money is being transferred. Now to find an exit.
So a nice quick and easy one that, apart from just waiting on our target to get into position. Once he has blown up, we can then exit via the front of the Wilson's house and head to the nearest available exit, which is either the bus stop or the bridge exit, although by default I tend to go for the bus stop. So that is level 2 taken care of, Moving on, we will go to level 3 and someone we have encountered quite recently, and that will be Mr. Sully Bowden, and we are in Chongqing, China for this one. Now this one again is relatively easy, but a little bit time consuming. We have a bit of running around to do. So for this challenge we will be starting undercover as a block guard, and we are going to have a tranquilizer gun stored up in the corridor, as well as our silenced pistol we will have in our pocket. So right from the start and off the bat for our third and final mission, we are going to make our way across the floor here, avoiding the enforcer you can see there on the left. We're going to retrieve our tranquilizer gun, make our way back to our starting location, again trying to avoid the enforcer along the way, and we are going to make our way upstairs one floor, which is where all the weird scientific experiments are happening. There are 2 guards in this corridor. One is an enforcer, so when he turns around to walk off to talk to his colleague, we can pass through the science laboratory room, out onto the balcony, where we will find just to our left a propane cylinder, and then we're going to retrace our steps back downstairs to where we started once again, the security area, and then continue on down the stairs another flight of stairs, where we will encounter yet one more enforcer. This is where our tranquilizer gun will come in handy. So we're just going to wait for the guard over by the window to move away, and then we're very quickly going to tranquilize both of these 2 guards. There's one, there's the other. We're going to quickly again pick up our propane cylinder and pass through this area and along the corridor. Now their bodies will be discovered shortly when the patrolling guard returns to his window location, but by then we will be long gone and it doesn't count against us on our silent assassin rating. So we're going to exit the block via the front door area, make our way around to our right, and we need to remove one more person, and that will be the guard in the cap you can see there, just as the other 2 guards are found. So we're just going to wait for the guard to make his way past us. Once he takes up his position, we can then render him unconscious. We're going to hide his body in the dumpster provided, and then retrieve for the final time our propane cylinder. That's coming very handy for us today. We're then going to throw the propane cylinder just to the left of the bench you can see ahead of us there. That is almost absolutely perfect. We're going to pull out our silenced pistol and await the arrival of Mr. Bowden. And when he arrives, all we have to do is shoot the propane cylinder. So there goes our third and final target. All that is left for us to do is to make good our escape, and we're going to run down the alleyway and around the block and to our awaiting scooter. So there we go, one more elusive target arcade taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.